Welcome to my channel. My name is David Geig. If you are new here, which you probably are, please subscribe and like the video. Here we have my 2017 Subaru Forester. You can probably tell that this is the base model. Like I said, this is a base model, which means you get a naked roof with no rails, no window tint from the factory, steel wheels, a manual transmission, plastic mirrors, and a lot of blank switches. But that's the reason I bought this car. It's for the manual transmission. So there's a few reasons I bought this car. The main reason, obviously, 6-speed manual transmission, and the fact that this thing is in such good shape. It has 123,000 miles on it now. I just purchased it. It still has the temp tags, but man, this thing is in great shape. Somebody really took care of this car. It's a 2-owner car, but man, you know, not a scratch, not a dent on it for 123,000 miles. The wheels are, you know, they look brand new. The paint looks brand new. This is the second to last year that Subaru offered the Forester with a manual transmission. 2018 was the final year for the manual. Before this, I had a 5-speed Volkswagen Jetta, and I just needed some more space to fit 3 car seats. I got 1, 2, and then a baby car seat, and then I also wanted something all-wheel drive to get up my driveway and up here in Ohio to get through the snow. I didn't care that it was a base model. All I cared about that it was all-wheel drive, it had more room, and that it was a stick shift. Didn't want a Jeep. Didn't want anything American made, really. I like import cars. That's all I've really ever driven. So this is what I ended up with. So in 2011, they started putting these FB25s, and in the earlier models, they kind of had some issues. Not necessarily a head gasket like the EJs had, but I've heard oil consumption. I haven't had any issues with this at all. I've been driving it, well, about 1,000 miles now since I've had it, and it doesn't lose any oil. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's all there. And yeah, there's no issues, no leaks, nothing. They kind of fixed all those issues in the later years, and it gets pretty good gas mileage as well. I'm averaging about 30. So one thing I was very surprised about when I bought this car was, you know, the fact that it's a base model. The infotainment system in this car, you know, the touchscreen is cool. It also has a backup camera. If it'll pop up, there it is. And then, you know, it's touchscreen. And then this up here, I think is pretty cool. And I think it's a little bigger in the higher trim models, but you can kind of go through the options. You got, you know, current MPG. That's kind of like a graph of the same thing. You know, how your wheels are turned, and it shows kind of the power going to what wheels. It's cooler when you're driving. It's hard to explain. Accelerate percentage and MPGs and settings and then the clock. But yeah, not many options, a lot of blank switches, but you know, it's a base model. This is all I cared about, man, is the stick shift, and obviously it's a Subaru, so all-wheel drive. It also has a compass in the mirror, which is pretty cool, and a sunglass holder. But you know, you don't really need a whole lot. I don't need a whole lot of features. It's all, you know, manual seats, power windows, power mirrors. So driving my 2017 Subaru Forester. Now this thing drives just as good as it looks. And you know, I knew as soon as I drove it that I wanted to buy it. Because it drives like it's brand new, man. This thing's awesome. Clutch feels great. Shifts very smooth. I mean, it honestly drives like a new car. That's what I wanted. Not much to it. It's good, reliable, slow, but you know, fun to drive because it's manual. Daily. That's exactly what I needed. And that's what I got. I'm excited to see how it'll handle in the winter. I've owned one other Subaru in my lifetime. It was a 97 Legacy Wagon 5-speed. And I did have that in the winter, and it did pretty damn good. So, you know, this has more ground clearance and a little bit more power. That was a 2.0. This is the 2.5. So, yeah. I'm not a fan of snow by any means, but kind of excited to see how this thing does. But I mean, I could have gotten anything, but I needed something bigger. Didn't want an automatic, and there's not a lot of, at least newer manual SUVs. I considered like an older X5 or X3 6-speed. I thought that would have been really cool, but I really did want something a little bit newer, less miles. So this is what I ended up with. I'm a German car guy. That's what I prefer. But to me, second best would be Japanese. But I do think the Japanese got the reliability thing down. I don't drive German cars because they are reliable. I just drive them because they're fun. Not that Japanese cars aren't fun. That's just what I prefer. Now this car isn't, like I said, it's slow, but it is kind of fun because it sits higher up off the ground, and it's kind of unusual to you know, be a stick shift. And honestly, I didn't know they even made newer Foresters manual. That's why when I saw this, I was like, yeah, you know, I kind of gotta have that. That's sweet, man. And you don't really see a whole lot of them. The only issue, I guess, that it has, and I knew about it when I bought it, was or is the exhaust manifold. It has a slight leak when it's cold, and obviously when it warms up it goes away, but when it's cold it's got a leak. And then the heat shield, it's got a little rattle, but other than that, you know, there's no engine light or anything like that. passes emissions, which unfortunately I have in my county up here in Ohio. Yeah, but I'm probably gonna get that fixed hopefully sooner than later. I'm not too big of a fan on the steel wheels. I might put some like Sparko wheels on it. Some beefier tires. I think that'd be cool. But for now, I'm just gonna drive it. Probably get me through winter. But man, this thing it's awesome. Kind of wanted to show you guys some of those screens I was talking about. So if I hit the accelerator, the bar will go down, and then some of the other ones, that's that graph, and then the shows you the power going to the wheels, and then the percentage of the gas, 100%, but I'm in 6th gear, so it's not going very fast. Kind of bogging it down. Well, that was my review on my 2017 Subaru Forester 6-speed manual. Thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe.